Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be another weekend of meals video. I haven't done one of these on my channel in quite a while. I used to do them all the time, so I thought it was time to share a new one. In these videos, we share some of the meals we had over the weekend and also include some family fun. And this weekend's dinners both ended up being sort of copycats. So I hope you guys enjoy it and let's get to it. You realize that's not your bed, right? Okay, so this first dinner, I have made a Copycat Longhorn Parmesan chicken before, and I shared that. It was a couple years ago on my channel, and it was really good. But this one, Adam just kind of made up as he went, and this turned out amazing. I think it was better than the one we made before, by far, so if you try it, let me know what you think. And this is super easy. So in one bowl, we have some melted butter. We're adding in some garlic powder and some panko breadcrumbs. This is going to be one of the toppings for our chicken. So we're just getting that all mixed together with the melted butter, and this turns out delicious. And in a separate bowl, we're just mixing together our seasonings for our chicken. We have some garlic powder, salt and pepper, some onion powder, and seasoned salt. We had some super thin sliced chicken breasts, and we're just going to season that on both sides with our seasoning we made. And then in another bowl, we're going to put together our topping for our chicken, our cheese topping. This is some mixed 3-cheese blend. It's like Italian, what is it? Parmesan, Romano, and Asiago. Or you can just use Parmesan if you want. We're going to mix that up with some ranch dressing, and this is going to go on top of our chicken as well. Super easy. We didn't make enough in this. We ended up making more in a little bit, but you know, make as much as you need for the amount of chicken you have. We're also getting started on some sort of copycat crispy Brussels sprouts from Longhorn. So we just cut ours in half and cut a little bit of that hard bottom off. And we're going to toss them in a bowl with some olive oil, some salt and pepper, and then we have this sweet chipotle seasoning. Any kind of chipotle will do, I assume, but this is what we had on hand. And then we'll just need some butter and honey for when we're cooking them. So in our pan we have some butter melting, and we're going to put these cut side down and let them cook over like medium-high heat until they start to get crispy. And we'll pop a lid on there so they're also steaming and they can get tender. You can keep these crispier if you want them. You can cook them until they're super tender. It just depends on how you like them. And when they're almost done, we're going to add in some honey and then let these simmer for a few more minutes, and they're that easy. These are the best Brussels sprouts you will ever eat. So we made some simple mashed potatoes on the side, and our Brussels sprouts are all done. Look at those. So good. To our chicken, we're cooking it in a pan with some butter and olive oil, and we also added on some of this ranch-style steak seasoning. Just sounded good, and it turned out really good. So we just cooked those for about 3 minutes per side until they were browned on both sides. And then we're going to add these to a foil-lined baking sheet that we sprayed with cooking spray and add on some slices of provolone cheese. Then we're going to top it with that cheese and ranch mixture and then add on our breadcrumb mixture. And then we're just going to pop these in the broiler for just a couple minutes until all the cheese is melted and the crumbs get toasted and delicious. It doesn't take very long, and it depends on your oven, so just keep an eye on it. The chicken's pretty much already almost cooked through, so this won't take very long. This chicken turns out amazing. I could eat this once a week. This is better than Longhorn. I'll say that, because we went recently and I got this, and it was not as good as what Adam made. And I'm not just saying that because he's my husband. This was really, really good. So here's what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. This is amazing. It's so juicy in the middle, and all that melty cheese and those buttery breadcrumbs. It's delicious. So we just had this alongside our mashed potatoes and our Brussels sprouts, and we happened to have a loaf of sweetbread and some butter. And this dinner was amazing. Cost a whole lot less than going to Longhorn, and it was delicious. So on this weekend, we went on a little homeschool field trip, and just a little warning for you guys, there are gunshots and explosions. This is a battle reenactment from World War II, so it is kind of loud, and if you're not a fan of gunshots, then you can skip ahead. I'll put the timestamps down in the description box below. We headed to Camp Mabry in Austin to see the reenactment and to visit their museum. So I have to say that was pretty cool to watch. I've never been to something like that before, and these guys worked so hard to make it look really cool. And so afterwards we headed to the museum. We got to look at all kinds of military equipment and aircrafts and vehicles from all different time periods. And we just got to explore for a little while, and the boys got some souvenirs. They also let them keep some of the spent shells from the battlefield that they did. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, Tucker got to get in this airplane. It did say you could climb in it. He's not just being a bad kid at a museum, I promise. So he got in there, and we just had a good time. This was just fun to do on a random weekend, and the whole thing was free. So that was really neat. So just check out like military bases near you. Maybe they have something like this. This was super fun to watch, and all of those guys put in so much hard work. And it was just a good time. We also stopped by In-N-Out on the way home, and it's the first time we've ever had it, and don't hate me, I was not a big fan. So, Arby's does not sell Sloppy Joes, but this is our version of like the Arby's roast beef sandwich in Sloppy Joe form. This was super easy, it was delicious, and I don't think I will ever eat a regular Sloppy Joe again because this was better. Here's everything we needed to make them, mostly everything besides our fries and our seasoning. You'll see. I'm going to show you. We made some frozen mozzarella sticks and we just coated them with some ranch seasoning and stuck them in the oven according to the package directions. And we are getting our buns all toasted. We just put some mayo on them and put them cut side down on a baking sheet that we sprayed with cooking spray. And we're just going to get those toasted in the oven too. Alright, so to make our Sloppy Joes, we're using a beef and pork 80-20 blend, and we're going to season it with some of this sweet Texas red seasoning. If you haven't tried these Adkins seasonings, this is not sponsored, but they're really good. They don't have any junk in them. They're just flavor, and they're delicious. So this is the one we're using tonight, and some salt and pepper, and we're just going to season our meat and get it started browning. And we're also going to add in some of the typical seasonings, some salt and pepper, some garlic powder, and onion powder. Once we let that cook for a little bit, we're sort of making a roux in our pan. We drained some of the grease but kept some, and we're going to add in some flour and mix that around until the flour cooks off. And then we're going to make your typical Sloppy Joe, I guess, for us anyway. We're going to add in some ketchup and some mustard and some Worcestershire sauce. And then to these, to make them Arby's, we're also going to add in some Arby sauce. And it doesn't look like we added much, but let me tell you, these turned out amazing. If you like Arby's roast beef sandwiches and you cover them in Arby's sauce, I think you're going to love this. This was so good. I don't know what it was, but this was the best Sloppy Joe I've ever had. Once we got everything in there, we just let this simmer. And then we threw some Arby's curly fries in the air fryer and heated up some cheddar cheese sauce. And this is how we put them together. We added our Sloppy Joe mixture to our buns. And then we're going to add on some cheddar cheese, as little or as much as you want. We added on some extra Arby's sauce. And for a little something extra, we added on those French fried onions for a little crunch and some more flavor, and oh my goodness, was this good. If you guys give these a try, let me know in the comments below what you thought of them. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you guys in the next one. You're joining in? You helping, Rocco?
His butt.
Messy.